One thing about me, I will never forget where I come from. I will never forget. I will always try to use my platform. Yeah, it's important. There's a lot of like gossip and the podcast and the rappers, but we actually need to do a deep dive when it comes to council estates. Mould, like mould on windows. People dying from health conditions because of mold on windows. Imagine having, I don't know, your mum, your gran always complaining to the council and not even really being, you're just on the list. You're that person that's on the list that, oh yeah, this person's just complaining. And then down the line, people actually dying. Like, I look at this baby, and I don't know how many or who knows about this story, but it's a deep one. Do you know what I mean? He passed away from mold on, like, just in the house. Do you know what I mean? Just before, I think it was 8 days before 8 days after his second birthday. You get me? In 2020, he passed away, and there's been some great, like, progression when it comes to, after this happened, there's a law that's going to come out in October, and it's named by him, Arab's Law. And we've got wicked barrister, Christian Waver, the barrister, you get me, young black man doing amazing things. But this keeps on happening in council estates. And if there's no awareness, or one person's complaining or another person's complaining, obviously the BBC or Panorama people are raising it, and then all of a sudden there's like they fits up. Same thing that happens in Croydon Council. Like, Croydon Council is bankrupt. It's bankrupt. And you start thinking, like, where is all the money? Where's the money? Where, like, these big people, where's the money? Because they get allocated money, but where is it going? And it's the system's all, it's very corrupt. But it's even going to this. Like, how can you live somewhere and you're passing, like, your little baby, God bless him, passing away from mold, you know? Like, and this was in Rochdale, December 2020. And on the back of this, obviously, there's been noise. There's been a lot of noise, but there's not been enough noise. Like, there's so many family members that are complaining, but they don't know who to turn to, or things cost them money, or the right barristers. Or so if you're a legal team barrister and you're watching this, please just wait to the end, because, do you know what I mean? There's just loads of things that's happening. We need to kind of just talk about things. Like, look at this. This was 4 days ago. You get me? It says 13 children dies after falling from window in 6 years. Like, look at that. And that's madness, literally. So imagine council estates. Like, the council are providing places. They're providing these places, and they're not safe enough. They're not safe enough. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, and that's where the madness is. It's like, they're not safe enough. Imagine your child just thinking that you're at home, you're in safe space, and there's a madness. And I'm gonna play some videos before I even get into this, just so you can kind of see the seriousness of it. You get me? So you can kind of see some madness here. Like,
this is what the Falkirk Council want to put a family with 2 very young kids into. Sold as seen, full of mould everywhere. And they're meant to sleep next to that. All that mould.
look at that. And this is what keeps on happening. I'm surfing the net, and God bless this lady, man. She passed away. Do you know what I mean? I see a post, and obviously passed away at 54. Health conditions because of this mold stuff. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, who do they turn to when they're complaining? Like, who do they turn to? Obviously, you're going to the BBC. The BBC are covering. They're covering what's happening, and then the council's like doing what they need to do, and then it goes back to square one. Like it's mad. It's actually mad. Even me flicking my screen, like R.I.P. Do you know what I mean? R.I.P. 54. You know, that's so sad, man. 54. 54. I think she's from Hammersmith and Fulham Council, and she's another lady that's been going through this whole mold stuff. She's had breathing conditions for the past 5 years. And what we're going to blame it on? And the mold's not helping. And then when you send emails to the council and whatnot, it's like you just get pushed up the list, or you get pushed down the list, or it's coming like, and what's happening is, obviously, the cost of living and recession is so mad. Remember, everyone just wants to be paid. Do you know what I mean? And what's happening is people are getting paid underneath the table to get put up the list and rare. Like,
so I need your help. Please share this. I'm currently looking into council staff working in housing departments who have pushed people up council waiting lists in exchange for cash and money. It's something that I know is happening across the country amongst many councils. I know it's something that's existed for a very, very long time, and often these individuals are taking this cash and pushing individuals in front of those who are fleeing domestic violence, in some cases people with disabilities, vulnerable individuals, families that have been stuck on waiting lists in some cases for decades, and it is out and out bribery. I was first made aware of it a while back, but it's something I am now looking into. So if you have been offered this opportunity in the past, or you know that it's happening in your area, for example, or know how this process works, then please do reach out, message me, share this. I want to speak to as many people as possible about this. I mean, it is wrong. There's vulnerable people stuck on these waiting lists, as I said.
And that's what's happening, guys. And it's like, it's so difficult because people are just on waiting lists. Like, the lump sum, it gets given, and then do you know what I mean? They space it out and they say, oh, things that the standard of living, it needs to be addressed. As soon as there's a BBC documentary, or this happens, and then what happens on the back of it? Then the council starts ringing up and boom, boom, boom. Look, guys, one thing I'm going to say, if anyone that's watching this and you're a barrister, whatnot, please reach out to this page on Instagram. I know they need some help. Do you know what I mean? They don't know where to start. You get me? They might not have the funds to be covering some crazy legal fees. There might be a way of, do you know what I mean? There might be another way where people can go take their borough, their councils to court, and do you know what I mean? There might be there might be a organization that can help, but it's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, to even see this, look how sad this is, man. Like, and it just, since 2019. And look, scroll down. Look, Mould. There's literally, like,
Housing association and council tenants are having to live in conditions like this. It's unacceptable. It is an injustice, and it is unfair. And if you fit into these, you can speak to dialerclaim.co.uk. They will give you a specialist who will not only help you get the repairs done, but they will get you some compensation too. This is really unacceptable. Plumbing, rodents, damp, leaks, floods, all of that kind of stuff is covered. Go to their website, dialerclaim.co.uk, and find out if you can claim now.
why it's mad as well, the lady that passed away, obviously, she's going through the same mold problems, complaining to the council, and then now she just passed away. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, cool. What does the family do now? We need answers. We need people to look into this. We need to take the council to court. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's just everlasting thing. And if you don't make noise, or you don't make noise like this, it's like, it's just an everlasting thing. And big shout out to this brother here. He's actually making new legislations, like young Like, I looked up his YouTube, and this is very powerful because I think on the October this year, 2025, this legislation is coming in, and this is what he had to say.
Welcome to the Law in 60 Seconds. My name is Christian Weaver. Today, I want to talk to you about a crucial law that's about to come into force, and it directly concerns you if you're among the 4 million people living in social housing in this country. The law is named Awaab's Law, after 2-year-old Awaab Ishaq. Tragically, he lost his life in December 2020 due to prolonged exposure to mould in the social home his family rented from Rochdale Borough-wide housing. In my role as the family's barrister,
Imagine renting somewhere and it's just riddled with mold, and then your baby just passes away because of it. That's crazy, man.
I'm here to shed light on the importance of participating in the consultation for Awaab's Law. This consultation is a monumental opportunity for tenants to shape the final version of Awaab's Law and ensure their voices are heard. So what is this all about? Following the inquest into Awaab's death, the Manchester Evening News and Shelter, on behalf of Awaab's parents, launched a petition calling for an Awaab's Law. Awaab's Law.
And this is what happens. You have to all do petitions to be heard. Like, remember, like, you have to make noise. People need to talk about it. If you're watching this video and you're in a council estate or whatnot, tell me, let us know, man. Tell us in the comments, you get me? What have you experienced, or what have your family member experienced? Please let me know, because there needs to be more platforms. Yeah, like, look, my YouTube is new, so I'm trying. You know what I mean? I don't have a massive team giving me stuff to talk about. Do you know what I mean? So I appreciate, you know what I mean, getting the right people on my team to send me things like this, to raise awareness, to raise a lot of awareness. A lot of people like, oh, you're in Dubai talking about the UK, bro. I'm from my family. I'm from the UK. I'm British. Of course, I'm going to talk about the UK. I'm not going to be in Dubai talking about everything to do with Dubai. Do you know what I mean? So things like this are deep, and to see little kids and mums and to see people passing over potentially things that's what the council should be fixing, the bare minimal. And this is what happens. The money always goes from the top, and then they just take majority of the money, and it's just a whole scam, bro. It's a scam. You get me?
Will soon come into force. Among other things, it will legally require your landlord to fix hazards in your property within a specified time frame. If your landlord fails to do so, you can take legal action. Before Awaab's Law comes into force, there's an opportunity for you to help shape how it should look. The proposals currently look like this. Social landlords must investigate potential hazards within 14 calendar days of being notified. And
guys, if you lot don't know this, write it down. I will give you his YouTube. Reach out to him. He's doing amazing stuff in the community, and God bless him.
As a resident, you must receive a written summary of the investigation findings, including hazard details, next steps, and repair timelines. If a significant risk to health or safety is identified, repairs must start within 7 calendar days of the written summary being issued. Those repairs must be completed within a reasonable time frame, considering your needs, and you should be informed of this time period. Emergency repairs must be addressed as soon as possible, and in any event, within...
So in October, this comes in full effect, and everyone needs to make sure that they, you know what I mean? Like, they need to just, so yeah, man.
In 24 hours. If the property can't be made safe within the specified timescales for Awaab's Law, landlords must offer to arrange suitable alternative accommodation. Landlords must keep clear records of all attempts to comply with the proposals. Let the government know what you think of these proposals by going to the consultation and filling out your responses. Landlords will be providing their views. Make sure you provide yours so that a balanced and effective Awaab's Law comes into force. The consultation closes on the 5th of March 2024. Find the consultation by Googling Awaab's Law consultation and clicking the gov.uk link. Thank you.
Obviously, this was a year ago, but hold on, there's more to play.
For the period of Awaab's law consultation, Profile Books have lowered the price of The Law in 60 Seconds, a pocket guide to your rights by Christian Weaver. This pocket guide serves as your legal toolkit, equipping you with the skills and knowledge necessary to confidently face authority.
All right, let's get up this 1 second, guys. And it states here, before I finish, gave me a new piece of UK legislation designed to improve safer standards in social housing. And it says in October 2025, this will be live. So in the next couple of months. But yeah, let me know your, I don't know, under this post, please let me know your story, man. Get me? If we don't come together or we don't raise awareness, then there's gonna be more deaths. There's gonna be more people passing away from mold or falling from windows or these things. So there needs to be some awareness, man, and it's gonna keep on happening. It's gonna keep on happening, and it's not gonna stop. So, yeah, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.